Okay, September 18th, 2017. It's about 9:27, and they are out here protesting. And I commend them. Keep it up. You know, they out here protesting, and it's like every day, every single day since this happened, it's more and more stuff coming up, and it's just, some of it's just shady as fuck. You know, the activists is fighting with each other. All of a sudden the mother is like, she's just kind of like withdrawing from everybody and blocking her page, and I'm hearing that people got paid to fuck off, to shut up and or say certain things. And then here's another twist to this shit. Now, some people do suspect organ donating or the organ black market ring. And that was something that happened 3 years ago, where a man was collecting body parts out here in Melrose Park, and it got raided by the FBI. But what a coincidence that the singer, Selena Gomez, had a kidney transplant at the same time that this shit happened, or maybe 2 days after it happened. Selena Gomez had a kidney transplant, and out of all the places where they did the surgery was right here in fucking Chicago. So I don't know, man. I mean, one of the dudes that was posting videos that was out here with some of the activists was saying that it's gonna be some shit that come out about that specifically. Now, I know that it's a lot of people that's plugged, that's coming up with shit to throw people off, to lead them off in the wild goose chases and whatever, but this dude did state that it's gonna be some shit that's gonna come out, a whole lot more stuff. He think everything get ready to unfold soon. But it's gonna be some shit that's gonna come out about this organ harvesting shit that might be connected with this girl. But what a coincidence, Selena Gomez had a kidney transplant at the same time this shit happened. At the least 3 days after they found the body, she was in Chicago to get a kidney transplant. So I'm signing off with that. It's what, September 18th. They still going strong. They still protesting. Oh, and one more thing. You know, one dude was supposed to have a meeting with the mayor, and then when that day came up, which I think it was today, they canceled. But come to find out, they supposed to be getting a bid to have a big old baseball stadium built out here. So these protests are like hindering their efforts to get this stadium built. And that's probably gonna mess with some of their little economics out here. But it is what it is now. It's unfortunate that the girl lost her life partying and being around some shady ass people. But the thing is, it's still a lot of accountability and answers to be answered coming from the hotel itself and the police department out here, and the way they handle it, and the reason, you know, and why they couldn't release the tapes. I mean, it just seemed like a basic stall tactic. You know, the mother comes out, she makes a 911 call, then she comes out the next day, and they just didn't want to release the tapes. They didn't want to show her none of the footage or anything. And, you know, it's a lot of people did their research. And I'm going to have to go in there because I drive past this place every night. Every night I drive past it. The footage that you see of her coming off the elevator, that is not in a fucking basement. It is not in a basement. So that means the fucking, either the people that showed the activist the video lied to him and said that was a basement, but he can't say that he didn't know it was a lie, because he said he went in there and traced the steps that they said she walked. But ever since the mama came out and said that the activist lied on the family, that nigga Andrew Holmes, I ain't heard from him since. It's going on like, what, four days now. Have not heard a peep out that motherfucker. But I heard they gave him $20,000 for some shit. And that elevator, when you see her getting off that elevator, that hallway leads to the ground floor where the front lobby is at. That footage of her getting off that elevator is not in no fucking basement. That means she walked out of that elevator, through that hallway, into the front lobby. And that lobby is long. It's not like a basic square-shaped room. You know, you can almost see it from outside in the street. That lobby is kind of like a long rectangular shape, basically. And just think about the length of a rectangle. That's where the revolving doors was at. So she had to walk through a nice little long little stretch just to get to the lobby. And you can tell me that nobody saw her? Some bullshit, man. And they trying to sweep this shit under the rug for a lot of reasons that we don't know. They trying to sweep it under the rug, but I commend these people for keep coming out here, and protest and voice their concerns and stuff like that. But it's like every day, this thing gets stranger and stranger. More and more people stabbing people in the back. People getting money under the table. I'm hearing about this, that, and the other. One minute, somebody saying that everybody, including the mama, got paid and all this, that, and the other. We don't know, but we do know it was some dirt from the way they did the surveillance and the way they released the surveillance. And then a lot of people are saying that when they did see her walk through that kitchen, somebody was holding her up, and they edited or cropped that shit out. Whoever was holding her up, they cropped it out. But dig this here though. You got certain apps on your phone that can detect like heat energy, and it shows like a negative from like a negative film on the camera. One dude had that up on his phone while he held it up in front of his computer monitor, and lo and behold, he can see shadows of people grabbing and pushing her, and that's why, you know, it looked like the girl was kind of like shifting back and forth side to side when she went out of frame from the camera. But due to this dude having some type of thermo thing on his phone where it shows up like a negative, and it's not hard to get, because I had something like that on my phone. I forgot what it was supposed to detect, but it would detect heat on certain objects like an infrared or something. But the dude held it up to his computer while it showed that footage, and you can see shadows of the people that was edited out. So I don't know. I think that's something that everybody could try. I'm gonna try it my damn self. Fuck that, and see what I can see from that, just from looking at some of them videos. But it's like every day when somebody tells a lie, man, it's always gonna be loopholes. It's always gonna be things that can't be, you know, explained rationally. And that's only when people tell a lie. When you tell the truth, that shit ain't gonna never change. It ain't gonna never change. It's a lot of strange shit going on out here. The second time I drove past here after it happened, I saw the fire trucks. That scenario didn't play out. But one thing that is playing out is, like I said, you know, they acting shady about the footage. And I do believe that to some degree, Rosemont police are involved, might be involved in this shit. And then this is just an area. Melrose Park, Franklin Park, Stone Park, and what's this other little suburb down the street? All of them go right through the street of Manheim. It's a road out here called Manheim Road. This has always been a shady ass fucking area out here. Always. There's always been a lot of mob influence out here. even though a lot of the old mobsters then died off, and it's still just a very, very, very small handful of them dudes that's left, and they not doing too much. They trying to run legitimate businesses and shit, but this area out here used to have a lot of